How are you, dear students? Thanking all my dear students again. Now I am going to start my new class for this new year. Dear students, again at the first stage of my teaching, actually I want to ask a little questions to you today. That is, please say what is language. In this case, you will say, sir, language is the media of expressing our thoughts and opinions and feelings, good feelings or bad feelings, etc. I also agree with you. Your answer is right. But then I will ask you what is Bengali or what is English. Then you will say, sir, Bengali is the name of a language and it is our mother tongue. It is the first language. Then you will say, sir, English is also is the name of a language and it is foreign language. It is also the international language. Obviously, I agree with you, but with you, I want to add the another things. That is, in these cases, I will ask you the another question. That is my third question. But why are we especially weak in this subject that is called English? Then you will say, sir, it's very hard. It's actually or completely grammatical based subject. But in this case, I am not agree with you. Generally, you think that in order to learn this English language, we have to learn first grammatical terms, or we have to memorize, or we have to collect the innumerable grammatical terms or the vocabularies, etc. And so these all these is jobs or words are very hard for you. Completely, uh, I am not agree with you in this thought in this thought. Generally, you think that, sir, Bangla is very easy to us. We can speak in Bangla without any hazardous uh, action in our heart, or we can write freely through Bangla. But we can feel very hard or very uh, inactive mood in this English. So here I want to say that, please, please tell me, can you say exactly from whom or when have you learned this Bengali language? You have to think scrutiny. You have to think in details that actually what is language and uh, how have we learned this Bengali language or the another language. Here, actually, you can't express exactly from whom and when have you learned this Bengali language. And can you say how have you learned this Bengali language? Yeah, in this okay, in this case you will say, sir, we have learned this Bengali language from our mother at first, then father, then the another important members in our family, that is called in the from our Bengali environment. 100% right. 100% right. So English is just language like Bangla. But here you will get a great difference between these two languages. Between these two languages, that is, one language is used around us easily and usually and commonly and all time. But another language, that is called English, it is not used around us like Bangla. That is why generally we have not learned this English language like Bangla language. So in this case, you have to think that generally you think in order to learn this English language, we have to know at first huge grammatical terms, and we have to memorize huge vocabularies, and then we will be able to express in English language. But in this case, I am not agree with you. Please uh, think in details about these two languages. Dear students, can you say when have you learned this language? No, you can't express exactly when and from whom. But it's 100% right that when you went to school and school, then obviously you could deliver your thoughts in Bangla. So before going to school, before entering into a school, obviously you learned this Bengali language. But from whom and when? Your parents, your parents, or the another important members in your family. That is called your environment. Then you went to school. Another way you should think that if you say or if you think that in order to learn English language we have to collect or we have to know innumerable grammatical terms that is called a sentence, a partial speech, a tense, a subject of agreement, what the kinds of pronoun, count of nouns, etc., etc. Obviously, you should think at the same time. If 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 one person has to speak in English or Bangla or to another language, need to be educated. So the uneducated people, uneducated persons in our society can't express their opinion and their thoughts in any other language because they are illiterate. But why have they learned Bengali language or English language? Actually, here I want to refer that there is students. In order to learn this language, at first we should use the two organs of our figure, that is called eyes and ears. Through ears we can hear, we can receive the sounds from others, and through eyes we can follow the other persons. Am I right? So can you say what organs or what things or which organs or which things actually will help us to learn any language? Thank you very much. Our eyes and ears. Actually, at first, one side learn a language from his society, from his environment, using his or her ears and eyes. So in order to learn English, actually at first we have to use these two things. Generally, you think that actually Bangla language is very to us. We think in Bangla, we express our feelings through Bangla. So from down to the dust, okay, we use this Bengali language. So obviously this language will be very easy form to us. Okay, it's not the uh, peculiar things. I am agree with you in this case. But I warmly request again to all my students, please follow me and please practice to speak in English. And in this case, you should follow your teachers. Like you should follow the another guides or another guides or another things that is called in the serial in English serial or speaking style of the foreigners and thorough this type of activities. Actually, one time you will be able to express your thoughts and opinions through this subject. And with these things, actually I will add the another things. Please remember, from this new year, my target is to teach you from the core of my heart. Actually, it will be very important target to learn you to learn you or to teach you this subject, this English especially. I think generally your idea about this language will be vain. Please, I warmly request all my students. Here I am going to give some advice or tips to learn this language. Dear students, at first, we have to think in which way we will use this language. Here, I want to say something about learning this language. There are innumerable innumerable systems to teach or to learn this language. Among them, here I uh, want to refer some things, that is, translation method is the most important method for you. But this translation method is not a selected day-to-day syllabus for you. But though it is not it is not presence, it is not presence in your syllabus. I will help you how to translate from Bengali to English or English to Bangla. And in order to translate method, in order to translation method, we have to need only here one or two things. For example, tense. And after learning these tense, you have to practice. You have to practice day by day from Bangla to English, then English to Bangla. And with these tense,